Now let us uh, search out some generating sets on vector spaces having a extra feature, that is a generating subset of a vector space which are linearly independent. That is, no vector can be expressed by the other ones. So this is called linear independence property of vectors. So let us introduce linear independence and basis of a vector space. Now, uh, recall that recall that the set of vectors that we have already proved, this generates R2. The set of vectors 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, this set generates R3. And we can do this for other RNs. For any RN, so you can show that the set U1, E2, En generates Rn, where what is these vectors? Suppose Ek is the vector 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0. This one is in the kth place. Yeah. So these vectors will generate Rn. R cross R cross R, Cartesian product, taking Cartesian product of R n times. Now, if we move to another vector spaces, suppose apart from these, suppose we are considering PNF, that is set of all polynomials with coefficients in f whose degree is less or equal to n. So this can be expressed. So any polynomial fx in PNF, that is it is of degree less than or equal to n, so can be expressed less than n, sorry. So any polynomial fx can be expressed with any polynomial fx with degree less than n. So this can be expressed as a linear combination of the polynomials, which is first one is 1, this is a polynomial, second one is simply x, third one is x square, and n minus nth one is ones is x to the power n minus 1, this one. So this can be expressed as a linear combination of these polynomials. That is this set will generate this set will generate PNF, where PNF is the set of all those polynomials with coefficients in f having degree less than n. It is very obvious, because if you consider just fx is suppose a0, a1x, n minus 1 x to the power n minus 1, then it is clear that these are the polynomials. A1, this is x, so this is a n minus 1, x to the power n minus 1. So these polynomials, so the set of all these polynomials will generate the space Pnf. But if you consider any polynomial having any degree, that is, we are not confining ourselves to any particular degree n. We are considering all polynomials with coefficients in the field f. That is, we are considering fx. This is the set of all polynomials. Set of all polynomials with coefficients in f. So this will form a vector space, but it doesn't have any finite number of elements having the property that any polynomial in fx can be expressed as a linear combination of these finitely many elements, as the above examples. This one, this one. This vector space doesn't have this property. That is, it doesn't have any finite number of elements having the property that every polynomial in fx can be expressed as a linear combination of those finitely many elements. So this vector space doesn't enjoy this property, which these vector spaces enjoy. So let us penetrate into this important feature of vector spaces, because this is an important feature of a vector space. That is, one is having the property and another one it doesn't. Okay, so we have to define these concepts now. So we consider a vector space V over F, and we are considering n many vectors from the vector space V. Then we say that then the set of vectors v1, v2, vn is defined to be linearly independent. Linearly independent over the field F. When do we say that these are linearly independent? If there exist n many scalars, suppose alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n belongs to F, not all sorry, n many scalars alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n, such that alpha 1 v1, alpha 2 v2, alpha n vn, it is 0. That is theta. Alpha 1 v1 plus alpha 2 v2 plus alpha n vn is theta. This will imply that so this will imply that alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n, all these scalars are 0. all these scalars are 0. Okay. So, so if there exists alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n, such that alpha 1 v1 plus alpha 2 v2 plus alpha n vn equals to theta, this will imply alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n. These are all 0. If this happens, then you can say that b1, b2, bn are all linearly independent. That is, in other way, this says that no vector can be expressed as a linear combination of the others. Okay. And if this doesn't happen to these vectors, then the vectors will be called linearly dependent. That means the vectors v1, v2, vn are called linearly dependent over f if there exist scalars, n many scalars, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n, where alpha n, alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n, these are not all 0, satisfying the property that their linear combination is theta. If this happens, then you can say that b1, b2, bn, these are linearly dependent vectors. These are linearly dependent vectors, because now suppose alpha 1 is not equal to 0. Suppose alpha 1 is not equal to 0. Then alpha 1 v1 is minus alpha 2 v2 minus alpha 3 v3 minus alpha n vn. So now, since this is not equal to 0, so you can multiply scalarly alpha 1 inverse to this vector. So this is alpha 1 inverse, alpha 1 v1 minus alpha 1 inverse alpha 2 v2 minus alpha 1 inverse alpha 3 v3 minus dot 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 minus alpha 1 inverse alpha n vn. Now alpha 1 inverse alpha 1 v1 is v1. So this equals to alpha 1 inverse alpha 2 v2 minus alpha 1 inverse alpha 3 v3 and so on minus alpha 1 inverse alpha n vn. So that means, since alpha 1 not equal to 0, so v1 can be expressed as a linear combination of the other vectors, that is v2, v3, vn. If suppose alpha 2 is not equal to 0, then also you can say that alpha b2 can be expressed as a linear combination of the others. So that is why these vectors are called linearly dependent. Now it should be noted that no vectors in a linearly independent set can be a 0 vector. What is the reason? Because if v1, v2, vn be a linearly independent set of vectors, and suppose v1, v2, vn, they are linearly independent. Vectors. And suppose amongst these vectors, suppose vk is theta, then what we shall get? then we must have then we must have 0 v1, 0 v2, 0 vk minus 1, and when it comes to vk, it will be 1 dot vk, because vk is itself theta. So 1 dot vk will be theta. So this is 0 vk minus 1 plus 0 vn, that is equal to theta. So that means we are getting scalars, n many scalars, and amongst them, one of them is non-zero, and their linear combination is theta. So this violates the property of a linearly independent vectors, set of vectors. Because whenever we are find that there exist scalars alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha n, such that alpha 1 v1 plus alpha 2 v2 plus alpha n vn is theta, then the only possibility is the scalars are all 0. But in that case, it is not. So therefore, what we have assumed for a linearly independent set of vectors, that one of them is theta, it will not happen. So in a linearly independent set of vectors, no vectors will be the 0 vector. Now, as an example of linearly independent set of vectors, we have already have so many examples, because the first one is this. This is linearly independent. Why it is linearly independent? Let us check. Suppose you consider two scalars, alpha 1, alpha 2, then alpha 1, 1, 0 plus alpha 2, 0, 1 equal to the 0, 0 point. So then alpha 1, alpha 2 equals to 0, 0. So equating the coordinates, we will have alpha 1 is 0, alpha 2 is also 0. So therefore 1, 0, 0, 1 is a linearly independent set of vectors in R2. Similarly, you can show that 1, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 0, 1 is linearly independent in R3. And in general, you can show that this set of vectors, that is, this is u1, e2, en, this will be a linearly independent set of vectors, and which can be shown as in the case of 1, 0, 0, 1. Also, now in the example PNF, these polynomials 1 x, x square, x to the power n minus 1, this set of polynomials, they generate PNF, and also they are linearly independent, because if for n many scalars alpha 1, 1, alpha 2x, alpha 3x, x square, alpha n minus 1, x to the power n minus 1 equals to the 0 polynomial, then what we shall get? Alpha 1, alpha 2, x, alpha 3, x square, alpha, this is alpha 0, this is alpha 1, this is alpha 2, and this alpha 0, alpha 1, alpha 2, n minus 1, x to the power n minus 1 equal to 0. So it says that this polynomial is a 0 polynomial. And that means in a 0 polynomial, all the coefficients are 0. So that means alpha 0, alpha 1, all of these are 0. So therefore, this set of polynomials 1, x, x to the power n minus 1, these are linearly independent. But in R3, you will have a set of vectors which is not linearly independent. Suppose we consider 1, 0, 0, 1, 1, 0, 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 3. 3, 1, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, 5, 3, 3, these set of vectors are linearly dependent. Why they are linearly dependent? Because if you consider three scalars, alpha 1 1 1 0, alpha 2 3 1 3, plus alpha 3 5 3 3, if this is 0 0 0, then you will get three equations, that is alpha 1 plus 3 alpha 2 plus 5 alpha 3, this is 0. And second one is alpha 1 plus alpha 2 plus 3 alpha 3, this is 0. And third one is, what this is, it is 0. So this is 3 alpha 2 plus 3 alpha 3, 0. So these are three system of equations, system of linear equations. So therefore, so, and this is a system of three system of homogeneous equation, because the coefficient these are 0. Okay. So using Cramer's rule, what you shall get, then these equations will have a solution, non-trivial solution. So this equation has a non-trivial solution if and only if 1 3 5 1 1 3 0 3 3. So this has a non-trivial solution if and only if this will be not equal to 0. But if we calculate this determinant, then what we shall get? What is the determinant? So this is what is the determinant will be if we calculate this one. So this is 3 minus 9 minus 3 3 plus 5 3, that is minus 6 minus 9 plus 15. So that means it is so this is 0. Sorry. What I have written. Sorry, this is trivial solution if and only this. But this determinant is 0. So this implies the system has non-trivial solution. The system has non-trivial solution. So non-trivial means you will have solutions alpha 1, alpha 2, alpha 3, alpha 2, alpha 3, not all 0. Just calculate, just solving these equations. This is not very much hard to show. Just so from this equation you will have alpha 2 plus alpha 3 is 0, that is plus 3 alpha 3 equal to 0. So this This is 0. So this is alpha 1 so therefore alpha 1, okay, so alpha 2 is yeah, so that means so alpha 1 equal to 2 alpha 2, that is so alpha 1 by 2 equal to alpha 2 by 1, and in terms of alpha 2 equal to minus alpha 3, that is alpha 2 by 1 equal to alpha 3 by minus 1. Yeah, so this implies so alpha 1 by 2 alpha 2 by 1 equal to alpha 3 by minus 1. So hence this, so this is a solution. So this is a solution of this equation. So therefore these vectors are linearly dependent.